with you.
All right, you came back. Good stuff. Hey, today we're going back. Of course, I mean, you know my channel. You know I'm pretty fond of Asian meals. So we're going to be doing some short ribs, right? It's the flanking cut, okay? So it's cut laterally across the ribs, right? So it's not your standard rib. So this is what I'm going to make for you today. Yeah, I hope you like it. And I'm also going to be using my yum yum sauce to eat this with. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to get our meat. Now, the meat we're going to be using, these are short ribs, but they're cut in a style called, it's a flanking cut, right? See this? It's cut real thin, right? And it generally has 3 to 4 bones in it, okay? Now what we want to do, because they use the bandsaw to cut these, we want to soak them, right? We're going to soak them for about an hour. Okay, that's going to help get the debris off it, going to help get the blood out of the meat, right? And when that's done, we're going to start working on the marinade. So as you can see by the ingredients, this is pretty similar to the bulgogi marinade, right? In fact, some people think that this marinade can be used in both recipes interchangeably, right? And I have to agree with them. Just the small, subtle things that change, you can totally mix it up, right? Okay, if you think about it, the only difference between bulgogi and the short rib, or Korean barbecue, really is the cut of meat. I mean, because the marinade can go in both of them. And bulgogi is generally fried, right? Where the Kalbi is generally grilled or broiled, right? Now, when I make it today, I'm going to be grilling it on the stove because it's raining outside. I'm not going to fire up the barbecue in the rain. Not today anyway. But anywho, here we go. So here we have 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, tablespoon minced ginger. We have half of an Asian pear. Now, if you don't have Asian pears, you can go for the Bosc pears, B-O-S-C pears. Don't use the American pears, they're not acidic enough, okay? And here I have half of a kiwi, half a cup of soy sauce, half a cup of packed brown sugar, and I have half of an onion. So now, as before, we're going to take the pear, the kiwi, the onion, the garlic, and the ginger, and the sesame oil. Pretty much everything except for the brown sugar and the soy sauce, we're going to blend it up. Okay, so let's get that going. So the onions go in. Yeah, I just gave a rough chop, right? Because they're getting blended anyway. Pears go in. The kiwi goes in, sesame oil, garlic, and the ginger. Now let's get this blended up. Okay, put the top on. Now let's get this situated. All right, there we go. That's what we need. All right, so let's add our soy sauce and our brown sugar. Now we're going to whisk this until the brown sugar dissolves. Okay, now we're going to add our fruit mixture. Stir that in. So here we have our ribs. You can see by the water all that gunk and foonch and blood has been pulled out of the meat. So I'm going to take it to the sink, rinse this off, and we're going to put it in a Ziploc bag. You don't need to see how to do that. I mean, you know how to do that. So our short ribs are ready now. I'm going to add the marinade. Pour it all in. Now we want to massage it around. Okay. Put this in here. And we're going to sit this in the refrigerator. Okay. As it marinates. And before I get too far ahead of myself, we're going to add a tablespoon of rice vinegar, right? Seasoned rice vinegar, right? And then 3 tablespoons of mirin. So let's add that to the bag. Rice vinegar in. And the mirin goes in. Air out. Now in the fridge. So the meat is going to stay in the refrigerator and marinate a minimum of 2 hours. Okay? If you have time, plan ahead, do it the night before, let it go overnight. Now for me it's pretty early right now, so I'm going to let it stay in the refrigerator for about 8 hours. Okay? And what's going to happen, every couple hours, I'm just going to go in and massage it, shake it up a little bit, make sure the marinade gets on every piece. Now, speaking of the marinade, now you saw I added the Asian pear to it. The reason that I add the Asian pear is because the enzymes in the Asian pear will help start to break down and tenderize the meat. Okay? And moreover, the kiwi, the enzymes in the kiwi are actually stronger, right, than the enzymes from the Asian pear. Okay? So again, it's not only do they both give nice flavor, right, but it's going to really, really tenderize the meat. Now, having said that, do not marinate this for more than 2 days, because you're just going to end up with some nasty mush. Well, it won't be nasty. I mean, it'll feel nasty, but the flavor will be on point, but the texture will just be off. You don't want that. Okay? So we're going to let this sit. I'm going to check it every couple hours, mix it a bit, and then when that's done, so later tonight, I will be cooking this for you guys so you can see the end result. See you guys in a bit. So now I'm going to strain this. I'm going to strain these ribs because I want them to get room temperature before I fry them. And at the same time, I want to remove as much of the excess marinade off of them as I can, right? Now these look and smell amazing. Yep, so we're gonna let this sit and drain for about 15 minutes, and then we'll start cooking. Our griddle's heating up. Now we're gonna start adding our short ribs. And we're gonna try to cook them for about 4 minutes aside. Smells nice. All right, let's turn these guys over. Oh yeah, nice caramelization. Okay, give this about another 3 minutes or so. All right, let's take these guys off. I like that caramelization on it. It's nice. Now we're going to put the last batch on. Then we're going to play that. Let's turn these guys over. Okay, give these about 2 minutes. All right, let's pull these off. And we're going to put these into our warming oven while we get the plate set up so we can eat. So now we're going to plate this up. Just lay it across here. All right. Now, traditionally, they're cut. See, they're cut between the bones. And so we're going to do that. Cut some of them between the bones and lay them out. Right? So you can get like little bite-sized morsels. Get some over here. Some there. Just kind of like that. Now the last thing to do is garnish it with some sesame seeds. So just want to put a little bit of sesame seed on it, just to give it that look. All right, so here we have it, our Korean barbecue short ribs, right? Galbi, Kalbi, whatever you want to call it, right? This is what we got. It's delicious. Try this recipe out, right? Give me a comment, let me know what you think. Hit me up on Instagram so you always know what's coming up next. Right? If you're not already subscribed, hey, subscribe. Be a part of the peanut gallery. Give me all your input and your feedback. That being said, this is Shrashira, and I'm out.